guys, Susie here, and John, my awesome, handsome husband. We will be discussing today how to get ideas for your small digital product. So previous videos, we've covered how to sell your small digital product and what type of digital products to create. Now, if you know what type to create, how do you actually get ideas and what do you put inside that digital product? Be it ebook, workshop, printable, what is the actual content of it?
Yeah, so many people get started, they say, I want to help this person. And that's the exact right place to start. You want to know who you want to serve first before you come up with your product idea. But once you have that, once you start to build a little bit of an audience, get a little bit of traction, how do you figure out what those people really want? And how can you create them for them and put it into a workshop or an ebook? So that's what we're going to talk about in this video, Susie.
Yeah, so I love that. That's a great warm up to where do we actually go online or in real life where people tell us what they want. Now, if you're thinking about that, where do people voice their opinions? Where do they actually complain? Because that's telling you what they don't want. And where do they actually praise things, which tells you what they do want? So we're going to go through 5 different places that you can go look for free customer research. And first one is...
The first one is Korra. So if you don't know what Korra is, or Korra, it's a question and answer forum. It's been around forever. And I'll show you a brief idea. I'm getting ready. I'm gearing up to potty train my son. We're probably a little bit behind in the whole process, but we're going to use some of these research examples to figure out what digital products we can make to help him get along his little pee-pee way. So what we're going to do here first is...
Okay.
All right, we're going to come here to my computer screen, and I've gone to Korra.com, and this is just a very busy website, first of all, but you can come here and ask any question you want. So if I want to search for potty train toddler, I can ask a question, and if you don't see any questions already asked about that topic, you can ask the question yourself, but that could take some time for you to get some responses. In most cases, though, there's a wealth of feedback and of information here on the website already. So there's a question, why would a potty trainer start wetting himself again? So there's probably some product ideas you can create off of that. What are the best potty training methods? You can click into a question and read a bunch of content here, right? So this is a fantastic resource because it's literally question and answer. And if you are creating a product to sell, you should be solving problems. And if you're solving a problem, people are asking about that problem as well. So Korra is a great first place to get started.
Love it. Love that.
What's number 2?
So number 2, coming from the potty conversation.
It's on my mind. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about it.
That's awesome. Is Facebook groups. So not as clean and clear as Korra, where you have the question and the answer. Facebook groups, you're going to have to do a little bit more digging, but it's actually really fun. So I would suggest you take a couple of days and tell your people, your husband and your family, you're actually going to be on Facebook for market research. It's okay. You can use it for that. You're browsing to see what people want. So go into Facebook groups. Some of them you're going to have to request to be accessed to get in on. Some of them will be free. And go into where your audience hangs out. If it's moms, go into mom groups. If it's homeschoolers, go into homeschoolers groups. If it's I want to travel the world in an RV, go to those groups, right? So there are hundreds of thousands of groups on Facebook that you can go join. Then when you're in that group, you don't even have to ask a question. You could if you want to, that's great. Or you can just peruse the hundreds of posts that are already there and go through the comments. See, make a little note. You can even jot down on a piece of paper or have a spreadsheet on your computer that you use and you copy and paste the answers, which this is for your own personal research. You're not gonna be using their words on any of your products, but you can go, when people say, I want, I need, I wish, look for those words and then copy that over to a spreadsheet or to a notebook so you can start jotting down what do the people in your audience want? What are they looking for? What are they wishing they have? And I love Facebook groups. Not only do they give you product ideas, they also give you the verbiage and the style that your audience speaks in and what they like. What are their hobbies? What movies do they watch? What foods do they eat? Where do they go shop? Those are all very valuable things you can get from Facebook groups.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And a couple things to add on top of that. So you're in the Facebook group. There's a search bar at the top, which searches like all of Facebook. But when you're inside the group, there's a search bar off to the left as well. And that one allows you to search specifically inside of that group. So you can search for those exact words. I need, trouble, problem, biggest struggle. And you can ask those questions as well. Appreciate it. See, because we're here in the same room, we can do this now. Thank you. Appreciate that. And so you can search for those exact trouble words. And when Susie said you're not going to use these words on your sales page, I actually feel a little differently. You don't need to, it's not plagiarism if you're talking about somebody's problem, but if they say, my biggest struggle is I can't figure out how to, that could be an excellent header on your sales page.
Yeah.
As long as you're not trying to take somebody's words or
username if they didn't ask you to.
Right. But the most highly converting sales copy, the best words you can use on your sales page is the words your customer is already saying. If you can get inside their head, if you can enter the conversation where they currently are at, you're going to have a way better job at converting them into customers.
Definitely.
All right, number 3 is Amazon reviews. So very similar to Korra, here you're going to get direct customer feedback from people who've already purchased products similar to what you want to create. Okay, so let me show you how that works real quick. I'll come here to my screen one more time.
Another great excuse to spend some time on Amazon.
Yeah, this can be dangerous. You'll probably spend some money along the way because if you're thinking about creating products, you're already in this world. So here I've pulled up a product called Oh Crap Potty Training. We are not affiliates of this. We are not sponsored to say this. I'm just thinking about potty training my son right now. So looking at the description, all this stuff is great, but these are the words coming from the author. What we want are the words coming from the customer. So to get those, you can click on this 5,000 reviews. Okay, get away from that picture. But yeah, so there'll be pictures as well. That may be useful for you. But you can look at the reviews by stars. So you can look at only the 5-star reviews, only the 4-star reviews. I would recommend hang out in the 3-star, the 4-star, and the 2-star review areas. If it's 5 stars, they're going to love everything about it. There might not be very actionable information there. If it's 1 star, they might just be having a bad day and want to vent, so don't really worry too much about that. But the ones where they're actually kind of on both sides of the fence, see what's going on. See what that product does not have they wish it had. Your product can fill that void. So those are a couple ways you can use Amazon along the way.
Love it. Love it. Love you.
Wow.
So much.
Love you too. Just because I'm taking the potty training off of one of our kids for you.
I did the girls so John can do our son. So that's awesome.
We're going to shoot Cheerios.
Yay! I don't have to do it. All right. Number 4, to get awesome customer research for free and know what to put in your digital product is going to YouTube comments. So especially if you're thinking about creating a workshop, a mini course, a live training, a 30-day challenge, anything where you're going to be teaching something and there might be some video component to your product, going to YouTube, which is technically free, somewhat free courses on YouTube. Go to them in your niche, look at a video that you think you might want to create, and look at the comments that people are saying. Like, even if there's a video that exists on how to travel the world in an RV or how to travel the United States in an RV, that video obviously is not going to answer all the questions. So even if that content that you already want to create is on YouTube, obviously it's not going to be as in-depth as a product or a course that you want to charge for. So go into the comments and see what people are saying about that particular training. Do they like it? What did they miss? Maybe there needs to be a whole printable on different types of RVs, or a quiz to see which RV is right for you, or van, or some kind of mode of transportation.
I see where your mind's at. Y'all know what I'm thinking about? You know what she's thinking about now.
I just want to travel.
She wants to get out of here.
I want adventure. So going to YouTube and YouTube comments would be just as valuable. Again, there's not that search feature like you do have in Korra or even in Facebook or in Amazon, but you're going to have to do some digging. But hey, get your favorite drink, get a big old glass of water or something, and just read and do some market research, especially if you're stuck and you don't know what product to create. There's a wealth of information, what people are saying and what they're asking for.
Yep, fantastic idea. And before we get into number 5, we have Your Mom Village just said she sold her first 2 digital products this past week. Congratulations. Woo! High five and a million angels. And if you want to do that as well, go check out littleproductlaunchkit.com. I think she helped that helped her get her results as well. Fantastic.
Awesome.
All right, so number 5, and this is very similar, but instead, if you're doing like service work or consulting or coaching or anything where people might have a similar business on Google My Business, like if you go and search for example, I didn't want to search for potty training on Google. I just felt like that would be a dangerous thing to look for. But I searched for a sleep training consultant. And here, for example, one pops up on the side, but oftentimes you'll get many of them, and you'll see reviews. You can see questions being asked of that person. And again, you're not trying to take her words and make them your own or anything like that, but it's a fantastic place to get real world ideas of what people are saying. If somebody's providing a service that you can provide something similar to, how can you see what they've already done and see where they might be leaving gaps, see what they're doing excellently, and maybe you can put your own spin, your own little special sauce on it as well. So you just go to Google, search for the business you want, and then there's ways of drilling down even further than that. So, yeah.
Awesome. So to recap, we went through.
Oh, I have to do the recap? Okay.
No, you can like bounce.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, number 1, Korra.
Number 2, Facebook groups.
Number 3, Amazon reviews.
Number 4, YouTube comments.
And number 5, Google business reviews.
What's going on with your voice?
Selling a car or something.
So those are places you can go to get free customer research and see what people want, what they wish, and what they need. In our previous YouTube videos, we covered what type of digital products you can create in an afternoon and also how to sell them. But we have something awesome called the Little Product Launch Kit.
What she's talking about. We have a lot of awesome things.
Trying to lead in. So what is the Little Product Launch Kit?
The Little Product Launch Kit is a small mini course that's filled with templates, guidelines, checklists, everything you need to go start from nothing and get your digital product idea, learn exactly the steps to take in the order to take them, broken down very step by step, so you can create your product, launch it, sell it, and scale it. So it's fantastic. It's only $27 at the moment. You can go to littleproductlaunchkit.com to check out more about it. And Susie, any final words?
No, that's it. This has been awesome. Do you guys like our video like we're sitting like this? Or did you like us more in the separate rooms? That's fine too. All the links that you guys need will be below, and we will see you guys in the next video. And like, subscribe, and click the bell.
All that stuff. We should do that earlier in the video, but we didn't, so we'll say it now.
I'll do it now.
See ya.